Alright, hello again everyone, hope you're doing well. Welcome to another stream from the Semi-World Series, this time featuring Moon Knight and AbduLLaHSY. Both players are around, although I'm just needing to host the game, 1 second. Let's just do this quickly, apologies, the intro is going to be a bit broken. Okay, first and foremost we need to fix the scoreboard, don't we? Because I never do these things in advance because I'm lazy. AbduLLaH. Let's do that correctly. Nil. Moon Knight. Now I need to remind myself, is it best of 9? I think it is best of 9. Pretty sure it's best of 9. Format, round 3, best of 9. Excellent, okay. So all we need to do now is, well, nothing. It's all done. Excellent. Okay. Inftox was the matchup. That much I do know. Sorry, yeah, slightly rusty start here. But bear with us. In-game scoreboard is now set. Alright, we're just going to do a quick test. We tried to do a test whilst the stream was loading, but unfortunately there was a few issues with the loading, as we are now seeing. I think Moon Knight needs to restart his PC, that's rule 1 with these sort of things. Yeah, we have got a nice matchup though, we've got an Infantry and a Tox. Let me tell him. Okay. In general, when this happens, normally one needs to restart their PC, and then more often than not, it just works. So yeah, I have told him to do that. Starting. Okay. And loading for anyone. Restarting. Yeah, I haven't been able to communicate because I'm trying to load up the stream. So yeah, yeah, Moon Knight just needs to actually restart his PC, and if he does that, then we should be good to go. Okay, let's exit out of this, and I will rehost. If it then doesn't work, well, it's not ideal because he's one of the players and we need him. Some people might have noticed that we have a Molia lurking. That's because he is going to join me for this particular stream. It's going to be a co-cast. It's been a long time since I've done one. We'll get him on once the test is complete. So yeah, we're just waiting on Rafe now. Let me just fix the scoreboard because I got his name ever so slightly wrong. There we go. That's what we want to do. AbduLLaH. I think I've done correctly, so that's all good. All right. Okay, hello Tees and Dark9 in the chat, and Jacob as well. Hello to you all. We're just waiting on Rafe or Moon Knight to return, and we should have a set on our hands. Anti says sore throat. Yeah, no, I don't think it's that. I think my throat's fine. It's probably the after effects of doing a run earlier. That's all it is. You know when you like use your throat for the first time in an hour or two. That's basically all it is. Yeah, otherwise, I'm feeling good. Hopefully, not a sign of things to come though. Windows update is why, you big fat nub. He needed Windows, that's why it didn't load. That's so stupid. Yeah, that's another thing that causes admin to not work, is when you have a pending Windows update required. That will force it to fail. So that's kind of bad prep on Moon Knight's part. Might actually deduct him a point for that. I am going to. -1. No, I'm not actually going to do that. It is just quite funny to see. I'm going to keep it up for a minute. I'm going to see if he notices. Dark Knight likes the sound as new keyboard. That's good to know. Yeah, it's one that Dommy sold me. I finally started using it. It is very nice. It takes some getting used to, but yeah, the actual thing is really quite good. From that AIM Labs or Ace or whatever it's called, Ace ROG. It's really quite nice. I like it. Good punishment. Hopefully, Moon Knight shouldn't be too much longer. We do at least know that that is the almost certain cause, so in a way, it's kind of good to know what the problem is. It would have been more of a problem if there was no Windows update and he restarted and the same problem persisted. Then we'd have been a bit stuffed. But yeah, it's quite clear that this is just a case of Windows update causing a problem. It happens all the time. And to getting his cardio right, I'll tell you, I didn't feel like it. I was quite slow today. Very slow. Very slow. That's how it is. Yeah, as I said earlier, we've got Molia joining us for a co-cast. I will not call him just yet. I'll do that as soon as the test is complete. And then we'll get him on the line just before our first game, which will be Infantry Tox, which is actually a very nice starting matchup. Especially on this map, actually. I quite like Inf Tox on Vendetta. It always plays out quite nicely, I think. Always a good watch, I'd argue. Oh. Yeah. Hopefully it's not one that takes much longer. That's the thing, it's kind of very annoying with Windows updates. It can be a little bit unpredictable. We don't always get a notification through. I've had it before where I've started a... Hello, Firearm, by the way. I've had it before where I've started a stream and then been told I had a Windows update. And that's the worst, because then you have to cancel the stream. Oh, well, you have to restart it all. It's a real pain. You need a new link, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, it's a real pain. Yeah, just waiting on Moon Knight to return. And then we will get cracking. Whilst we wait, actually, well, I'll just give you a bit of... This is a round 3 match. There's not too many round 3 matches left. I'm meant to be playing mine tomorrow at some point. Whether that'll happen or not, I don't know. Griznoi versus Malik is another one that needs to happen. Okay, so that game with Malik did happen in the end, which is good. We're seeing AbduLLaHSY and Moon Knight tonight. We've got Ghost and Black Lotus still need to play one another. M00nKN1GHT, myself and UAden. Dope Wars versus Heart. And that's about it. Okay. So yeah, this is round 3. If it does go 4-4, it's best of 9, then the decider will be a China Mirror on Jarlan Desert, I believe. Let me double check that. Format says, yeah, China Mirror, Jarlan Desert. Alright. That's pretty much all we need to know. Not really too much else we can expand on that whilst waiting for Moon Knight to return from the dreaded fear of a Windows update. Oh, I have 2 of those dashes. Did I not change it? 1 second. No, yeah, as in that's deliberate. I'm giving him -1. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for reminding me, because that would have been quite funny if I kept it in all night. I have now changed that back to 0. I was giving him a pretend -1 for slowing us down. Because this is all stuff that could have been done off stream. So yeah, we're now what, nearly I'm going to sound like Dominator here. I'm quite got to be careful, but 14 minutes in and no games so far, which is a little bit annoying. Annoying for me, annoying for the viewers, annoying for my girlfriend who will have to wait an extra 15 minutes because this is going to take that much longer to conclude now. So yeah, all these little things are an inconvenience, but it is what it is. Okay, just ask for a quick update from Moon Knight. In Germany, 5 minutes before the time is late. Yep, in Zera, 15 minutes late is early. Not far wrong. He's not far wrong there. He's telling me it's on 30%. How is that nearly? Nub. I don't think he knows what the word nearly means. So yeah, not ideal. But not much we can do about it, unfortunately. Hello, Blaster. Yeah, painful. Yeah, he's just shown me a screenshot saying that it's at 30%. Although I think it has a tendency of use alternative system. Yeah, this is actually quite surprising. Moon Knight, I would say, is one of those people that's very well organized. So for this to happen to him, kind of shows that it can happen to anyone. But yeah, it is. I'm not going to let him forget this. Put it that way. Yeah. That's the unfortunate thing. Windows updates get sprung on you very suddenly, unfortunately. That's just how they go. Hello, Pepsi. Yeah, just waiting on Mohammed Kualavandi. Hello to you. You got a Aston Martin, right? What's your experience? Who is that question set at? Yeah. The tease? Certainly isn't for me. I definitely don't have an Aston. I wish I did. That'd be very nice. But no, an Aston I do not have. I've driven one before. Actually, not my favourite to drive, believe it or not. They are nice, but not my favourite to drive. Prefer a Porsche. I probably prefer yeah, I don't know. Certainly I prefer Porsche. Difficult to beat the German engineering when it comes to drivability, in fairness. Very difficult indeed. But no, yeah, the Aston's still a solid car. I haven't driven one in a very, very long time. Yeah. Yeah, it's typical. It's typical that this sort of thing happens to Moon Knight when on stream as well. These are the sort of things that just seem to happen. It's very annoying. But yeah, we are where we are. Can't really be helped. It's not foregoing punters, at least. Just again, in case you're just joining the stream, Moliere is here to co-cast with me. He will join us once we're up and running. AbduLLaHSY said 1 minute and still hasn't actually come back yet. He's kind of taking his time himself. Oh, he is in chat. Okay. He's in the Discord. Separate Discord. It's good to know. I'm going to keep an eye on that so that I know what's going on. Okay. Yeah, why not? Might as well. While we're waiting, I think that is going to take a few extra seconds, the Moon Knight update. So yeah, let's just quickly play a game with Moliere. Oh my god. The longest possible matchup you could have asked for. I've actually done this pretty horribly already. Ideally, want to be getting this first. Let's go triple supply.
I will obey. I'm just a peasant.
Upgrade
I will
complete.
do what I must. I'm hungry. I'm just a peasant. I'm hungry. Cannot we live in peace? Our work is complete. I'm just a peasant. That building cannot fit there. I'm just a peasant. I can't build there.
They will fear us.
Finished with the building.
I must position myself well.
Cannot we live in peace? Where I go?
We must have justice.
I will work. I'm just a peasant. Building construction has been completed.
I am
Yeah,
prepared.
reminder, if you're just joining, we are just temporarily doing this game.
I will work.
Ooh, I need to skip a tunnel or
I
something.
will work.
Or somewhere.
Building construction has been completed.
Wow, I really botched this build order. There we go. That's what we needed
What
to do.
I'm told. I am finished with the building.
Okay.
I will
World's slowest TNT on the way.
close to safety.
That's a lot of supply.
Upgrade
Cannot
complete.
we live in
Guarding
peace?
the GLA underground.
I'm just a peasant. I will go.
We must have justice. I'll make a run for it.
And there we go.
Cannot we live in
Go
peace?
you.
I love a crowd. I'll make the sacrifice. Ready yourselves.
I will obey.
Yep.
They will fear us. We must have justice. We have a network. On the true
Yes, I
path.
know. We are going. Hang on. Find me a crash site.
And off we
Yes, I
go.
know.
I'm not even going to be too worried about... Oh, he's done the same.
What do you want? I'm just a peasant.
Okay.
What do you want me to? I will do what I must.
We fear nothing. Find me a crash site. Yes,
He
I know.
is going for
A
the
warrior
same.
has
Our
fallen.
clan is strong. It still run. Floor it. Floor it. Find me a crash site. Hang on. Find me a crash site. Yes, I know.
I am-
We are
Alright,
going.
we'll take what we can get instead.
Cannot we live in peace?
What?
Building
Floor
construction
it.
has been completed.
Yes, I know. Yes, I know. It still run. We are going. Yes, I know. It still run.
I'm hungry.
destroy the enemy. Our clan is strong. Find me a crash site. What's in it for me?
A warrior has fallen.
I will
Find
work.
me a crash site.
Upgrade
We
complete.
fear nothing. Hang on.
Oopsie daisy. I've got that back now. And GG. That was pretty disastrous, to be honest with you. But we weren't exactly ready to play. So let's just find out what's going on with Moon Knight. Oh, that is grand. Yeah, not exactly an ideal situation here. I'm just getting told. Alright, okay. Apparently. Yeah, that game just then was pretty disastrous. He completely messed up my build. But then we weren't exactly expecting to play, so yeah. Sam says he needs to blow off some steam, so does anyone in chat want to... Yeah, fair. AbduLLaHSY is Tox, and then Moon Knight is Infantry when he arrives. Alright. So let's wait and see. Moon Knight should be with us very shortly. Yeah, worst timing ever. Some random chat going on. It wasn't me about the Aston, by the way. No, that's someone else. I did have a decent Merc at one point, but long got rid of that. Almost not had that for a year now, actually. The old C63S had to go, unfortunately. Yeah, that's how it is. That was actually my first form of playing Zero Hour for actually a good week, I reckon. I haven't actually had any time to play Zero Hour. I've just been streaming so much. When I've been on the PC, I've just sort of been streaming. I haven't really been playing. I do probably need to play a little bit more, considering I'm meant to be playing a couple of sets in the coming days. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just waiting now. Hopefully it won't be too much longer. Oh. Yeah, he's just said he's coming. Thank God for that. Okay. Oh, yeah. There's nothing worse than a delay to a set when you're streaming. It is the most stressful thing. I do not recommend it to anyone. 50, yeah, that's the right. Dark Nine has summed it up. If it takes 15 minutes to do a Windows update, I mean, you say that, it depends. Like, some Windows updates are big, but yeah, in general, they don't tend to be. Like, they tend to be just small cumulative updates. Oh dear. Sam's also wondering what's going on in the chat. Yeah, I know. I've not really read much of it either. It was a bit of a toing and froing, but as long as people are enjoying themselves, that is all that matters. Alright, should be with us momentarily. Now that he's back online. Oh dear. Hello to Guyan, by the way. There's some interesting. I saw Tagayan playing the FFA on Friday. There was some interesting stats at the beginning of that, which showed everyone's abilities. I think the totals didn't quite add as they probably should have done, because apparently Tagayan's total added up to more than Xgal's total. So unless Tagayan got way better, I think there might have just been a slight data error there, just a slight one. With all due respect, Tagayan, you are no Xgal. I think I don't need to tell you that. I think the world knows that. It's funny. Okay, Moon Knight should be showing or rearing his ugly head any second now. And then we'll finally be able to do a quick test. And then quick test will then lead on into the set. We are almost half an hour delayed. Which I'm incredibly annoyed about. Believe me. It is the most frustrating thing. Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. Come on. Should be in by now. Where is he? Ay. Dowd Millie. Oh, finally. At last. That's quite funny. Right, finally, we have a Moon Knight. So, quick test. Hopefully this works. Yeah, God, for a second I thought it wasn't going to load there. Alright, this is just a test, guys, just to see how the latency fares. As you can see, he's doing his bit. Moon Knight is just sort of chilling. Oh no, he's actually, yeah, I like that. Do you know what's really annoying is when you dial up the FPS and it just makes your typing really difficult. Yeah, this looks really, really good, actually. Over 30 seconds into the test now. Alright, let's get Moliere in. Evening.
Is my mic working?
No, we're perfect. That sounds pretty good, actually. How are you?
Good. I'm good, thank you.
Excellent. Viewers at home, if you feel like you can't hear Moliere as well, I can perfectly well, but if it doesn't sound as good on stream, please let me know and I will up him. Okay, that's looking good. 15 ping. You wouldn't complain about that, would you? I don't think anyone would. It's pretty decent.
Yeah. No
complaints at all. Both the players happy. So yeah, we're good to get our set at long last. Now that Moon Knight has sorted out his Windows update issue. Okay.
So who do you think is favorite?
Oh, good question. Let's say good luck, have fun both players, and we'll dive into it. I would say... Well, I don't know too much about Abdullah, do you? That would be my immediate question.
No, this is why I asked you. I
think,
have no idea.
Yeah, I think he's not too bad, actually. I would say Moon Knight still edges it, especially if he played, like... He looked very solid in his last set. Anyway, let's do some introductions.
Very fast with wax spam, so it must be good.
You make a fair point there. No, so I start at the top here with Moon Knight. He's in red, playing as China Infantry General.
Yeah, on the bottom, Abdullah with Tox.
Yep.
And it looks like a Lix.
I mean, let's be honest, I think it's almost to be expected these days. It's become...
yeah.
What's your feeling on the Lix strategy?
I will go Lix as well, but it does not have to go for the base. It could be a fixed encounter map control Lix or all-in Lix. So
yeah, I agree.
Even the all-in-one.
I'm quite a big fan of the map control denying Lix, actually, because as you say, you don't necessarily have to go into the base, so you can kind of transition quite quickly. Nice pull back on the worker in the middle there. Seems to have a fairly solid build order. And what I like here as well from Abdullah is he's sent a worker up to the top corner. I like that.
Maybe he could make one Tox Rebel or something to try deny the Lix if he's quick.
Oh, that would be nice. I don't think he will be quick enough there. This truck is actually going to get in. That's going to slow Abdullah down slightly. And that Lix is not far away now.
Yeah, I think the all-in is gonna work.
I think you might be
right.
Oh wait,
it's only 6, so he's not going all-in. He will use the night tunnels, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of lazy. He's had a lot of time to get another one in there. Alright, truck's getting harassed at the front, and the Lix is now on the left-hand side. Yeah. It's going to go in.
Very wonky war factory on the left.
Yeah, I saw that. It is a little bit on the wonky side. Might even just end up headbutting the tunnel. How many quads has Abdullah got out is the big question. I haven't really been counting. We're about to find out. Engagement is going to happen now.
Well, Moon Knight already lost 2 trucks, so I think...
Yeah.
The Helix has to destroy everything, but...
It does, and I'm not entirely convinced it's going to.
Yeah, no. There is no minigunner, so one Tox Rebel or one Kiro, and it's...
oh, they've fucked out a little bit here. Yeah, this is going to get cleared up for sure. He loses the arms dealer, but he hasn't done enough. Have a look at the base in the meanwhile. I think he's... Oh no, there's a scrap deny comes in. Okay, very nice. But he's lost his entire economy behind this. And
yeah, I think it's pretty over unless the dragon somehow clears the whole base.
There's a Vet2 quad out as well, so I think, yeah, looking pretty desperate this for Moon Knight. This is going to go 1-0 Abdullah, I think I agree with you there. And I think... No, he hasn't been hunted yet, actually. Okay. That scrap denies with his precious little money he has left. And, yeah, not looking too great here, I have to say, for Moon Knight. He's trying to get the hunt in by the looks of it, Abdullah. Very, very close to finding the last dozer. But it's going to make a run away for now. There are flavors.
The flamer, yeah, the flamer might get in.
I think that one in the middle will. It's going to go straight down, avoid all the stingers, and yeah, it's going to cause some problems here. Gets sold quite quickly, the supply, which is nice.
And the useless war factory is gone.
Yeah.
And
Ooh, saves that one. That's nice. Yeah, it needs to worry about that flamer. It might just go down here to the top, to the Tox tunnel and the quad. Ooh, okay, no, he's GG'd out. Yeah, he was just about to lose his last dozer there. And the Licks, unfortunately, didn't do its job. So yeah, good start for AbduLLaHSY. He goes 1-0 up. Not looking too bad to me, I'd say. Judging by that first game, what do you reckon?
yeah, he did good, but I think Moon Knight fucked up, honestly.
Yeah, I think I'm inclined to agree with you. I think there was a few errors.
Either have a much stronger all-in, or at least defense against the tech and go 3 supply faster instead of the buff. But
yeah,
he went for the weird middle, but he is not great all-in and doesn't defend anything.
You're right. It was a bit of a half and half, wasn't it? It was sort of half going in for some aggression and then half doing the absolute opposite. And I think what was really nice from AbduLLaHSY in that game was the one little technical. It didn't even have veterancy, by the way, but it did a lot of damage. Anyway, game number 2, and we see the reverse this time. We have AbduLLaHSY in the north this time in gold, playing as Infantry.
And yeah, and Moon Knight as Tox.
Yeah.
I'm not used to that presentation thing.
Yeah, if there's a moment's silence at that moment, you know that there's something you've got to say. Let's see. We have some compliments of very sexy voice casting. Yes, I know. That's what happens when you get someone with a French accent on. It's it's going to do my ratings wonders.
It's Licks again.
Yeah. I thought for a second it wasn't going to be a Licks, but it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's better to start to supply. The distance is not too much. He doesn't lose anything for that, so...
Yeah, Moon Knight had a similar start then.
No, he made the wax before the second supply, actually.
Oh, is that right? Oh, he did. Okay, fine. So that's slightly better. Actually, I prefer that. And the minigun is out.
If Moon Knight is very quick and uses his terrorists, he may have a chance at slowing down the Licks, but he has to be quick.
Yes, that would be really nice. I think, I don't know if you remember this or not from the World Series. We're going back in like 2 years, and Sam, or Call Me Sam at the time, he played against Marikar on Farmlands of the Fallen.
Oh, yeah. I still remember it was awful.
Yeah, that's the one time I remember that it was really quite funny. Mainly it was funny because it happened to Sam.
His Elix was like 10 seconds late or something.
Yeah,
And,
it was very slow. He was worrying about his beacons. Okay, already not a good start. The Licks.
The Licks is... Oh.
This is not going well.
Yeah.
This is going really bad.
I will not have predicted it could have been a worse Licks attempt than the last game, but little did I know.
No, agreed. He's actually managed to at least not lose. I mean, yeah. I don't know what to say about this. This is kind of weird. He lost all his Licks basically to a bunker in the middle and wasn't microing it. It seems a bit weird to me to not micro your one valuable unit.
Maybe sometime on those maps you can misclick, like you click on your Licks, then you click on a neutral building and it can select. Maybe something like that happened and he lost control.
I don't know. Either way, it was a little bit on the sloppy side. I think that's very generous of you. I think we're both playing good cop, bad cop here, aren't we?
I don't know. I have already lost unit like this, so
yeah.
I can relate.
I know it. Yeah, exactly.
Because there is no reason he should be headbutting the bunker. So.
Yeah, not wrong. Not wrong. Okay, Snowy is what he wants. He's changed his mind here, interestingly. Bit random. But there we go. What in terms of the map pool? What do you? Yeah, I was going to say, what maps do you like?
Check Well, I like the good old classics.
Yeah.
I mean, I think most maps are good anyway, but I did not check the map pool in detail, so...
No, fine. I mean, it's fairly... it's kind of a nice mix, actually, of old school and new school.
Well, so far we are going old school for sure.
Very much so, yeah. Very much. I mean, Vendetta's kind of like mid. I don't know. Yeah, you'd probably consider Vendetta old school these days, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's a new TD.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, I think it's been the most played map now for quite a long time. USA versus Laser. We should get a fairly quick couple of games.
Sure. Is there a wall for the mirror, by the way? Because it's basically a mirror, so...
It is basically a mirror, you're absolutely right. I think the only...
So are mirror reversed anywhere, or...?
Well, exactly, yeah. I think they do get mirrored, so as in they do get reversed, sorry. So yes, we will see this twice, which is delightful. I think this is the first USA mirror that I've seen in a while, actually, so I shouldn't really be complaining.
Yeah.
Sam is in the chat saying that the Licks was worse than his. I think he might. I think he might almost be right, except the Licks actually lasted longer.
At least his Licks got to leave the base.
Yeah, exactly. Oh dear, that is funny. It's always good fun to see these, disastrous attempts from time to time. I'm sure that AbduLLaH will go look back on that one day and think, "Oh, what was I thinking?" These things happen.
Moon Knight Licks was just like wrong build order, kinda. AbduLLaH was clean, but just horrible execution for some reason.
Yeah, I think it was very far forward, his barracks, and I actually don't think you want your barracks to be very far forward here. I mean, you do if you're going to send out a minigunner to try and deny some workers. I think that would have been quite a nice thing to do.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's not like the tech managed to crush the infantry. The Licks just... the Licks was ready to go, but it just went to a bunker, so...
Well, exactly, which is just a disaster. As Lickses go, it was not ideal. Right, we're just waiting on Moon Knight to come back from the toilet. Here we go. Okay. We are at 1-1, and we are going to crack on. Probably some quickfire games here between the USA and the Laser. Now, if you're playing this, what are you going for, Molly? In fact, actually, before we do that, let's do the intros quickly. I'm starting at the top here with AbduLLaH in gold as Vanilla USA.
Yeah, so Moon Knight at the bot with Laser.
Yep.
And I don't know what I will go for. I guess it also depends what you scan. But personally, I will go like 2 wax 2 supplies, but that fits me.
Yeah. And are you dropping?
Yeah, I will. But I mean, many build order works, and it's just about execution and preference.
Yeah.
For this matchup.
Agreed. It looks like Moon Knight is... Okay, he's going to find the drone, and he's going to go for a very quick 3 MD and dozer drop, judging by this. And then he's going to actually deliberately wait there for the drone to get shot down, isn't he?
He will drop a wax, but since there is only 1 supply, he won't have many plays to drop. I mean, there is a second supply going up, so...
Yeah, I prefer this from AbduLLaH. He's at least trying to establish a second supply. A little bit on the slow side, but a second supply nonetheless. Moon Knight... Oh, yeah, AbduLLaH was on point there, actually.
Yeah, I feel like no war factory and 1 supply is a bit... I guess you can go all with that kind of build, but...
Yeah.
I think you should either go 2 supply, either go war factory most of the time. Maybe not. Maybe that works, but...
Agreed. The upside, of course, of having 2 sets of suppliers is the ability to drop elsewhere. Whereas if Moon Knight was to get camps now, his supply, then he'd be stuffed. But no, so far he's looking okay.
There is also a wax in Moon Knight base, and there is a wax in each other's base, but the Moon Knight is going for oil. He has a AFK Ranger at his oil.
Yeah, he does. He could easily get both. I think Moon Knight's got this game, actually. I think his barracks is in a far more offensive position. The barracks of AbduLLaH isn't really doing that much for him.
Yeah, and he's going to have the oil on top of that, so he is...
Yeah, agreed. Bit lazy from Moon. Okay, as I say that, he is now laser locking. And he's going to lose one Chinook. AbduLLaH.
Yeah, I think we could give the keyboard to LMK at this point, and he will still win this.
Yes, I think you're probably not far off. Second Chinook going down. Third Chinook going down. Fourth Chinook going down. Economy completely wiped out for AbduLLaH here. And Moon Knight is sitting pretty on 2 Chinooks and an oil. And he's actually going to go get the oil at the top right as well.
Yeah, I mean, it is completely over.
It is. Yeah, it's just not been quite the right execution from AbduLLaH. His actual opening builds look okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure to be like no oil, one supply, no war factory.
Well,
he went for a wax drop, I guess, but
yeah,
can definitely do more, I think.
There we go, GG. Less so. What I really meant was his opening build, as in like his opening few buildings in general. They actually like he starts off like fine in terms of the first like minute, and then it seems to just after that, that's where the struggle seems to start.
The first 2 games, yes. This game, I'm not sure about the build order, to be honest.
Yeah.
One supply, no oil, no war factory. Only, I mean, surely you can do more with starting money.
Yes, I think I'm inclined to agree with you there. The main, I mean, even if you went one supply war factory, could have been more effective. But that's okay. I mean, maybe this, I think as far as I know, this might be AbduLLaH's first tournament. So I think this never the easiest when you're playing in this conditions. When you got a streamer, it does feel different.
Yeah, I mean, it was not horrible, but at least not so on the build order for that one game. The first 2 were definitely okay when it comes to strategy.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay, we start with Moon Knight this time in the north, playing as the Vanilla USA in red.
Yeah, and AbduLLaH is yellow at the bottom on laser.
Yeah. So,
laser.
Will he change... I love the way you say laser, by the way. Well, will he change his build order? Is the big question.
Oh, he cancels the...
Yeah, saw that.
He's panicking.
I think so.
If anything, the supply would have been better at his first position, because it will be easier to move the Chinook in case he gets harassed in a... he's being too... Okay, it can still work what he's doing, but the cancel was weird.
Agree. It looks like there's a few... Okay, so yeah, I'll tell you what is really annoying, that there's that sort of bug in the game, isn't there, where your Chinook, if you load it and then it just tries going and doing its own thing. It's kind of annoying when that happens. But 2 supplies out. Actually, both players going for a very similar build here.
Yeah. It's gonna... Depends which one has the better drops, I guess.
Moon Knight looks a little bit better prepared, overall.
Oh, he's dropping dozer. AbduLLaH dropping dozer on not only MD.
Yeah. I mean...
But the dozer is...
This dozer, yeah, I was going to say needs to... oh, he's going to try and get a laser tower up, okay. Kind of like that. Bit ambitious, but I like the idea.
Could have... I'm not sure if he had put it on the hill. Does it still get the... Yeah, with that supply position on the hill, it will have still get the Chinooks, I think.
Yeah. He's going to lose the dozer. Yeah, he loses the dozer. That's a shame. And he's getting harassed quite nicely by Moon Knight at his base here, AbduLLaH. He's just...
the Chinooks.
He's very slow to pull the Chinooks away. That would be my one piece of advice. He's clearly very focused elsewhere. Although I must admit, I'm not sure where he's focused. That other Chinook.
He's overwhelmed.
Yeah, maybe...
Yeah, only 2 Chinook left.
Yeah, oh no, he has 3, because there was one going off to collect from the top left. So actually... Oh, but the Moon Knight hasn't lost any Chinooks yet, this is the thing. And he's...
I mean, if he doesn't, okay, he moves them back now.
Yeah. Nice. So he's okay. And he's got a war factory up already, whereas Abdullah has not really got the money for it. So yeah, he's certainly quite a bit behind here.
If Abdullah dropped the dozer on the hill and got the turret, and then maybe a wax for the oil, and he will be in a decent spot. But
Agreed.
The dozer not achieving anything may cost him.
He is going for another drop here. It's a mostly ranger heavy drop though, so I'm not entirely sure what he plans on achieving with that.
He dropped for the oil, I guess.
Well, no, I'm not convinced he is, because I don't see the capture building upgrade. I don't think he knows what he wants to do. Ah, okay, no, tell a lie. He's that's kind of nice that he's putting MD there actually. Yeah, I like that. So that's already just denying. Moon Knight's going for a second war factory here. That seems a little bit ambitious. But then I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, I mean, since there is no war factory for Abdullah, that's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
It's only bad if you play against Search and Destroy, but it's not coming anytime soon, so...
Agreed.
It should be fine with this spam.
That is hunt complete on Abdullah. There's a single MD kind of being annoying at the top left that isn't being pulled back by Moon Knight. I don't think it really matters though.
No, there is not a missile yet, but still pretty over.
Exactly. Okay, he has responded to that missile defender at the top left. And yeah, Abdullah's just losing more and more Chinooks.
Oh, he's clearing the V.
Yeah, I was just thinking actually, he's slowly clearing it.
And there is, for some reason, Moon Knight build Hellfire drones.
Yeah.
So he will waste even more money. I guess he can afford that.
He probably can right now. He is going to clear up these Vs, but... Oh, nearly does. Not quite. I mean, he was on the verge of camping the production there. Didn't quite manage it. I think this V should now get cleared up, should it? Nope. I think it will now. Okay, now it will. Oh no, it's still alive.
If Abdullah had more than 2 Chinook left, he will almost be... No, never mind.
Yeah, I was going to say...
No...
Well, he's got 2 left. He's got 1 in his base, and he's got 1 that's continuing to push, but I think he needs to get that back at his base now.
Because Moon Knight economy is not that good, but...
Nope.
But still better, so... But if he...
Exactly.
Yeah. Abdullah was not that far from winning. I mean, the dozer not dropping on the wheel, then losing too many Chinooks. But,
You're right, actually. There was like small things that made the difference in the end. I mean, had he not got greedy with the dozer, he could have actually got that up and potentially been in a pretty strong position. But yeah, now he's had his entire production camp, so that's GG.
Yeah.
And Wraith takes a 3-1. Moon Knight, sorry, takes a 3-1 lead. Okay.
Well, I think they both made a better build order second game, but a bit more stable than because first game they both made only 1 supply, dropped on the no oil, no war factory, right?
Say that again, sorry.
On the first game of the USA Mirror, they both went for only 1 supply.
Yes,
never mind.
Exactly.
Right. Moon Knight built a second supply, but it was just a bit late.
I'm being accused of ignoring chat, apparently. I'm not saying that, Sam. Oh dear. Hello, Marika, by the way. And everyone else. Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm struggling with the multitasking. I struggle with multitasking as it is in general, but with a co-caster, even more so. So yeah, chat are just getting flatly ignored this evening. Sorry in advance. Oh dear. Dryland Desert.
Sorry.
No, don't be. It's actually quite a welcome distraction. Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
That sounded like an ugh of discontent. This could go on.
Yeah, on this map it's not that easy to win fast. In GLA Mirror, I guess.
I agree.
Like the TT are easy to stop. So
yeah,
not easy to get HSN tunnels. So
it could go on a little bit. Yeah. Well, let's see. GLA Stealth in general is quite a nice map. I mean, you know how we were saying USA Laser is like a mirror. I mean, I know GLA Stealth's certainly not a mirror, but out of all the GLA mirrors, I'd say this is probably the most similar.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. We start with AbduLLaH, though, in the south. He is in gold, playing as Vanilla GLA.
Moon Knight in red. On the top is Stealth. Did I say that right? Right? Stealth?
Said that beautifully.
Yeah, nice.
So, opening build here. Looks like we've got a variation. Moon Knight's going 3 supplies, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the wax not boxing
Yeah, I think
from AbduLLaH.
agree with you there. It does feel like... Yeah,
maybe if he goes for a TT, he needs to have it faster, but...
Yeah, I think you're right. The build looking a little wonkier for him there. I prefer... Oh, Moon Knight's going for... Oh, no, tell a lie. I thought for a second it was 2 arm stealers. That would have been a bit wacky, but no, it's a barracks arm stealer. It's standard.
I mean, isn't 2 arm stealer on that kind of map decently meta as well?
Yeah.
Maybe not on this one because there are too many towers stopping the tech spam, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
don't lose my GLA mirror on this map, so I don't really know.
No, that's fair enough. I think AbduLLaH would have seen the worker on the left-hand side from Moon Knight. Let's see if he actually sends a technical there. He's actually going to go for some sort of oil at some point off the back of this as well, interestingly.
Yeah, AbduLLaH's box is not the cleanest, but at least the workers are covered.
It actually looks like the one on the right it isn't clean, but it looks like it's doing the job, you know.
I mean, it's clean, but he can only have 4 workers.
The one on the left, yeah, sorry, the one on the left, yeah, agreed. The one on the right actually looks funky, but kind of nice. Ooh, denied the worker getting the tunnel at 95%. That's a good win there for AbduLLaH.
Yeah, but he needs to get something very strong, or he's gonna lose to 3 supply stars.
Yeah, I agree.
Does not have TT, not have Sentinel.
Ooh, right. No, this is. Have you seen what's happened here to Moon Knight?
Yeah, he killed a bunch of workers. But
No, he pulled all his workers. He pulled them all.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that hurts. That really hurts. And actually, I don't know if you saw or not, but at the top left, because he did that, his workers made a perfect line and all got crushed by a single technical.
Yeah, so this is what I was watching.
That's quite funny.
I think as long as there is no aggressive tunnel in his base, he's still in the lead. I think Moon Knight.
Yep, I agree. But an oil has just come in for AbduLLaH at the bottom right.
Oh yeah, so not that bad. But
no, it's not been too bad for him. But you're right. A third supply is going to be needed here, I think, fairly soon.
Yeah, either third supply, either quad push with aggressive tunnels. But I mean, he has less quad at this point, so that's not gonna work.
Yeah, agreed. I think a couple more quads, and I think AbduLLaH could even try and clear that tunnel on the left-hand side, actually. Looks like he wants to now try and get himself his third supply, though. And he is going to capture that oil at the top left. That Rebel, I think, walked a rather long way when it could have just gotten the one closer in his base, but he is going to get that one.
And Moon Knight is going for the push on the bottom.
Yeah, it's going to be...
for the second arm dealer a bit late, but...
but look at that. He gets the tunnel up. That's massive.
I did not see where he got the tunnel.
In the bottom left corner, he just got that tunnel up in time. Moon Knight was trying to deny it, but he failed. So now this push is going to struggle, I think, by him.
Yeah, you mean the defensive one, yeah?
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
But he does not need to push. He needs to do something about the oil, but...
Agreed. Yeah, he's...
If he doesn't slack too much, he's still... Well, actually, never mind. He's falling behind slowly.
Yeah, he's behind economically here, Moon Knight, I think. Certainly, because now that it's on 2 oils and a third oil was probably going to come in soon for him.
Yeah, he had so much wasting time where he could just control the whole map, but he did not use that so well, and now...
Agreed.
Now he's behind in everything, actually. I guess he has a few more quads than the Gwound, but that's about it.
Yeah, I think Moon Knight has just found out that he's behind because of the oil situation here. Might lose his tentacle. Nope, gets away with it. He has these random RPGs just in the middle that could very easily be cleared up here, actually.
Yeah.
It's going to slow down now. You said this already, didn't you? It's quite easy for this game to go a bit longer term.
Yeah, if the losing player refuses to surrender, it's for sure gonna take long.
Yep, agreed.
But I think AbduLLaHSY is in the lead. He was losing hard, and now he's winning hard, I think.
Oh, he's most definitely ahead here. And I think this tunnel on the left is going to get cleared up by the technical if it's quick.
Yeah, I think M00nKN1GHT was a bit slow with the APM and not
Agreed.
doing much when he was in the lead.
Yeah, that does get cleared up, so there's now no forward position here for M00nKN. He is still on his 3 supplies, but so is AbduLLaH. He's actually going to try and expand to a 4 supply. Yeah, he's looking good. He's going to try and get some work done on the right-hand side here then, M00nKN. I think he definitely has to achieve something at this stage. Ooh, risky bot. Not the best. Loses a few for nothing there, I think. That was not the best spot from him, AbduLLaH.
Yeah, and AbduLLaH, he did not take his safe oil forward.
No.
He forgot. So...
I think, yeah, as you say, AbduLLaH needs to get on that oil in his base at this stage.
Waze did not... I mean, should I call him Waze or M00nKN? I'm not used to the M00nKN, but I guess I should.
It does take some getting used to, but yeah, Wraith M00nKN. Let's either way, to be honest with you. M00nKN is actually going to take the oil at the top left, and he's taking his own oil now. Okay.
Yeah, so this is going. But AbduLLaH is much faster on the market.
Yeah, I was going to say he's just built his palace and he's starting a market, whereas M00nKN has only just started his palace pretty much at the same time that AbduLLaH was starting his first market, even.
So he should sell one of his fake barracks on his main supply at this point because his echo is slowing down unnecessarily because of the bad toxin.
Yeah, agreed. M00nKN has just taken the bottom right oil with a TT.
Yeah.
So that's now 0 oils all of a sudden for AbduLLaH because he still hasn't taken the 1 in his base, but there are 2 for M00nKN. So he might just creep into the lead here. Quite a few quads in his base marching towards the right-hand side as well.
AbduLLaH is making buzz, and M00nKN only has squad and is not on the buggy anytime soon, so...
True.
Maybe he can break with the buzz push if he's fast enough.
Yeah,
that's a good window.
Ooh, he actually... Oh, interesting. He decided to pop. And that might actually turn into a pretty good pop, actually. He's going to win the fight. Yeah, okay. And the bus is already out. So that's going to scare M00nKN away, actually. Interesting.
Yeah, he should really... He's going to do that.
He's
use his window to...
He is, yeah.
To get something done.
He's just going to go straight to the base. I don't mind it. He knows there's no charm and kill.
The palace has a nice placement, so it's gonna protect the arm dealer.
Yeah.
So M00nKN is not gonna lose all that much. It does not matter that much what he's losing, as long as he saves the arms dealer.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. 1 second, let me just have a quick look. I see. Thank you for clearing that up, Sam. Oh dear. There was some spam. There was some spam chat in the. Yeah, it was some spam in the chat. Yeah, you've seen it. This is certainly looking good though for AbduLLaH. He's continuously pushing M00nKN back, and he just can't get his 4th supply here. And the longer he doesn't have this 4th supply for, the better it kind of gets for him. He got his own oil in the end.
Yeah, and he has floating 8k, so.
That's a big, it is a big float, that. Yeah. Will it come back to bite him is the big question. I think it might, if he's not careful.
He built a Scud Storm. All his money went down, but he has not... Did he queue up 10 quad or what?
Yeah, there's... No. There's a Scud on the left-hand side.
Oh, yeah, okay, it's here.
And he also queued up a market, and he's just laid down a CC and cancelled it. So he's because he's 3-star, very nice. And he's getting 10% bounty possibly. Hard to tell actually. Yeah, looking good I think here. AbduLLaH certainly in the lead.
Yeah, he can just chill and
He can.
slowly take the slow win in 15 more minutes of agonizing.
Yeah, I agree. It's that sort of slow burn. He is going to try and get a bit of a push down on the oil of Moon Knight here, actually, at the top middle, or the middle position.
But there is a weird scorpion on the top.
I know,
left.
yeah, that's a bit loose there, I think is the term we'd use.
You didn't need that.
No, certainly not. But I think the longer this sort of goes on like this, then the better it really is. I mean, for AbduLLaH. Both players got worker shoes. That's good to see. Yeah.
I don't really know what Moon Knight can do to come back at this point.
Well,
he can just hope that AbduLLaH overcommit on the market spam and do a super deadly bus push, but
one thing he can do is out rocket buggy him and take loads and loads of good engagements. That is a possible way he can win this. The question is, he's now 3-star. Has he remembered to get the bounty upgrade or not? Is what I'm about to find out. No, he hasn't.
not yet.
With a bit of a Fargo pop coming out of AbduLLaH there. Yeah, this is going to be a clear up. So he's going to get his 4th supply back now. First Scud now out.
AbduLLaH just needs to build enough units to not get
Overrun, I agree.
get off guard by a push, and he just has more income and he's first on the Scud Storm, so...
Yeah. Agreed.
The Scud is pretty exposed, so the Saboteur could visit it pretty easily right now.
It could, unless he gets a few more tunnels around it. That's never a good, never a bad shout. But yeah, okay, he's got a few buggies himself now, so he's going to slowly fight fire with fire, which I think he needed to do before. Actually, should never have really had a lead there.
There is one market against like 5 or 6.
Oh, that's a good point. I hadn't even thought about the markets. That's a fair point. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't make too many and have enough unit, Moon Knight doesn't really have a chance.
Well, there's only what, like say, yes, there's an oil advantage for Moon Knight, 2 versus 1, but the market advantage, yeah, he's definitely AbduLLaH's certainly ahead.
Yeah, I think one oil is 1.5 market or something like that, so it's really not much.
Is that right? I thought it was more like 2 to 1, isn't it? Roughly.
I think it's less, but I'm not sure.
Is it less? Is it?
Surely
Okay.
some people in the chat can correct.
Yeah, Jundy. Well, Jundy's in the chat. I think he was in the chat. He's basically the perfect person to speak to.
Oh yeah, Jundy or Dr. Goldfish. If you need to ask something techie about the game, they will know.
Yeah. Let's see. Certainly these buggies are putting on a lot of work for me. There was a bomb truck that just went top left. I think it was going for the oil, but instead found a tunnel. It's an interesting idea.
Moon Knight is going for his own Scud Storm in a bit of a weird spot.
Yeah,
I think that's a losing play. His only chance is just to push. He cannot win the slow game, I think.
No, I agree. There's quite a big battle going on in the middle now. There's a lot of units in general out for both players here. The bus, however, is going to get some work done, I reckon. Ooh, gets sniped by the German kill. Very nice. And a bit of a miss might go in the end from AbduLLaH. So yeah, overall, I don't think it was that bad an engagement. For a slightly better one for Moon Knight, but I don't think there was that much in it, because I think Moon Knight had more units to start off with there. Then again, a few buggies just getting thrown away for nothing there, so now I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, AbduLLaH going for a second Scud Storm until okay, he had 5k, he was floating 7k a second ago, so...
Yeah, he's building a second...
Yeah, he's chilling. As long as he keep focusing 2 buggies perma, then he can't really lose.
I mean, agreed. Certainly, when you're thinking of that first Scud as well, I mean, there's a pretty... Oh. Did you see that? Have you seen it at the top left corner?
The track was pretty nice, yeah.
Yeah, really, really nice. So now, what I was going to say then was, the first Scud, the first Scud can just go top left because you get a market and an oil. But now I'm not actually sure. I think he's got options all of a sudden. You could probably try and hit the palace and the arms dealer in the base, maybe.
Yeah, definitely the palace. I will lead.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, that if he knows where it is, because obviously it is stealth now. If he can remember where it was from earlier, then that would be a very nice target.
If he's aware that the Moon Knight has so little markets, he could also just cut a few remainings because.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but anyway, whatever he hits, it wins him the game.
Agreed. There's just the one market left now for one oil left now. Sorry for Moon Knight and one market. Yeah, his market production is non-existent. I mean, he needs more than just it. You can't survive on one market.
It's a good decision to not try to compete with the market since he's so behind. The Scud Storm, however, is.
Yes. Yeah. This is the thing. You can't it's all fine and well having a unit advantage, and Moon Knight right now has a unit advantage, but you can't have your opponent having both a market advantage, a big market advantage by the way, and a Scud advantage. I mean, you're not going to win. You just aren't, and that's a really good engagement from AbduLLaH as well. At the left-hand side, I think you're right. I think this is AbduLLaH's game to lose.
Considering how behind he was, he should have tried the Dr. Goldfish, I can't say his name, special, and go for like stealth terrorist.
Oh, Goldfish. Yeah, go for a fun.
Super efficient engagement with the stealth terrorist, and then maybe
you have a chance.
It will still not be enough, but
I don't think so. Yeah, I think this game is.
Not chance anyway. He may as well try something crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I think he needs to certainly fire this Scud, given that it's going to come under some pressure now. There we go. Now he fires it. Where will he fire it is the big question. Not entirely sure. I'm not actually going to change it. Is he going to hit the oil or is he going to go for the? Yeah, he goes for the oil. Fair enough. I think that's actually a pretty perfectly reasonable hit.
The Canark, the market is better because with the cash bounty on the XP, it's even if it's a bit less income than an oil.
Yeah, that's not a bad way of looking at it, actually.
Well, two market for sure is better, no brainer. One, you can argue about it, but.
Yeah. Agreed. I mean, Moon Knight's got a surprising amount of money, considering. I guess because he's the right-hand side, he mined the supplies there so late that actually he's ended up with a little bit of income. But yeah, I mean, it's still so far behind. Really isn't. I've just noticed a detail, by the way. AbduLLaH's upgraded to Anthrax Beta.
Does it change the kill threshold of the Scud Storms for some buildings?
Yeah, it does. So that's kind of a leggy matrix, so to speak. So if you have Anthrax Beta, or Beta, however you want to say it, his Scud should be able to kill the Scud of Moon Knight, in theory.
Okay.
But I don't think that really matters. I think it's a bit by the by, because all I'm seeing is engagement slowly going in favour of AbduLLaH on the bottom side.
Yeah, he should just drop a third arm dealer a bit far away, because if the Scuds cut the production, then he could be opened. I mean, he has enough to afford it, but
yes,
at least for good measure, he should
split
his production.
Left-hand side, look at the Scud. There is a Saboteur. Oh wow, he's just reset Moon Knight Scud. Yeah, that's game over, definitely.
Wait, so he put a do you need a oh no, you just need Palace, right? No claimable points.
Yeah,
do you need a claimable points as GLA? I forgot.
What's that, sorry?
Because AbduLLaH is GLA vanilla, so.
Yeah, no, you get so Saboteurs, you get vanilla Stealth and vanilla GLA get Saboteurs. The Toxin demo don't get them at all.
Yeah, but does he for GLA vanilla? Doesn't it take Palace?
You don't. No, you don't.
For sure, but
I don't.
Points?
Yeah, I don't think you definitely don't need general points, and you definitely don't need tech. You just get Saboteurs, I believe.
Okay, but I haven't played for too long, and I have not built many Saboteurs in my life. So.
Do you know what? You should. They're a very underrated unit. Very underrated unit.
Yeah, with Stealth, I remember it more often, but with GLA.
Yeah, no, so I think that's fair enough. I can appreciate that. Yeah, we're just sort of grinding our way out here towards an AbduLLaH victory, aren't we? And do you know what? That sneak attack might look not the best, but he has uncovered the palace by doing that, so I don't actually mind it. I think that next scud should go right on it now.
I mean, in theory, he should know the palace is here, because when he was pushing early in the game, the palace was the only reason he could not kill the base.
Yeah, agreed. He has quite a lot of units himself now. What is he on? 1, 2, 3 arms dealers, I think. And Scud is now ready. Second Scud here. The question really now is just how long will Moon Knight keep going for? I can't imagine it'll be much longer. He's slowly getting cleared up from the map here.
He surely knows he lost, but he's not French, he wants you under.
I am just going to follow this Scud. It looks like it's going for the base. Yep. It's straight on the palace, as we predicted. Palace will go down to the hole, okay. Yeah, I mean, Moon Knight is seconds away here, I think. There's a huge army on the right. He's trying to counter on the left, but there's so much work to do. He's going to lose his entire base in no time here. So yeah, this is nicely done from Abdullah. He's going to take this again. Oh, there is an Anthrax bomb coming in, actually. It's a good hit. There's a lot of buggies going down there.
Yeah, Moon Knight got his Anthrax bomb hit, so now he can leave the game in peace.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to try and do a bit of a YOLO Scud here, but very quick reaction there from Abdullah.
So imagine if he had one stealth terrorist with his sneak attack, that could have covered the...
Yeah, that would have done it. That would have done it. That would have done it. But no, look how many more units are coming here. It's just got more and more to defend, and I think that was everything Moon Knight had, and it achieved absolutely nothing. It just went to its death. So yeah, another Scud ready now.
We can appreciate the fighting spirit.
Absolutely.
Fighting until the very end.
Well, exactly. Yeah, there's fighting spirit, and then there's there we go. GG. Very well played from Abdullah there. Yeah, brings it back.
Pretty evenly matched so far.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, in the USA mirror, I think Moon Knight had a clear advantage, but in the GLA, I mean, we've just seen there. It's.
I mean, to be fair, I think he threw it, but not. Like,
yes.
Winning with a lead is a skill.
No, I agree. I think. I mean, put it this way: would you rather be the GLA or the stealth here? I think I'd rather be the stealth, wouldn't you?
Yeah, at least because I hate playing against stealth units.
Yeah, agreed.
Only based on that, I will pick stealth. But that's with me. I'm not sure if it's actually stronger on this map, but it's definitely less tilting to play against.
Absolutely. Just had a donation quickly, actually. Let's read that out. Thank you, Sam, by the way. I had to carry this guy to a 2v2 stealth tournament win in a tournament that had Pepsi and Drunkle as a team. Who's that you carried, actually? Was it Moon Knight by any chance? I can't actually remember. Anyway, Abdullah is at the top of the stealth this time in the gold.
Yeah, on the Moon Knight at the bottom with GLA V.
Yeah.
Is he going for a Hassan Rush? That worker looks very ambitious.
Yeah, that's an excellent word. And I think you're right. I think it is trying to be explorative, as you've rightly pointed out.
Yeah, on this map it's not the easiest to pull off, but it can always work if the opponent is unprepared.
Well, it won't work here because for the second game in a row, Moon Knight's gone to the exact same position, and it's going to get scouted by Abdullah because he's put a worker in the same place, so I just surely won't do anything.
Yeah. Well, unless Abdullah was not watching his worker, but that's unlikely.
I think it was very unlikely because I think he was building his tunnel around the time that the worker came into vision. So
Abdullah is going for a TT, so they both play very aggressive this one.
Yes, agreed. What I'd like to see is if his technical goes down and denies the worker first and then picks up his terrorists. I think that would be perfect. I don't know though, maybe his that worker looks like it's going to get up actually. Yeah, he's focused on the TT, probably for the best. A tunnel can't really do much damage, can it, if it's if you've got no arms dealer feeding it?
Yeah, Moon Knight, he must have heard the stream and say that I bashed Abdullah's box, so he decided, all my beer, I will do a worse one.
What, the one? Which one?
The one on the left.
The left-hand side. No, I'd say that was
Open.
marginally better. TT is going to
Yeah,
land.
it was better.
Nice. Killed his
He
own.
wanted to have the award for the worst boxing of the day.
Yeah, I think
Meaning
you're right.
he lost the worst fix of the day, so he wanna take revenge for the box one.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, is he going for his... No, he's trying to get some harassment. No, he is.
Oh,
He does. He did have his own TT. Okay.
oh, he did not get. That's a bit unlucky. He
That-
did not get the hole.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. Whereas the it did land. So a slight advantage here for AbduLLaH. And yeah, I think he's already got his second arms dealer up as well.
I think it's more than slight. It's a race. I mean, Moon Knight arms dealer. Is it a fake one that he just rebuilt, or is it?
Oh,
the real one?
that's a good point actually. It could well have been fake. And economically, look how he's getting slowed down by these workers on the left.
Oh no, the box is gonna.
Oh wow!
No.
Oh no, it's not a box. Oh dear, that is disastrous. Yeah, it's not ideal. It's going from bad to worse here for Moon Knight.
Yeah, he definitely needs to take a big breath because
Yes.
knowing him, he's not the last to tilt. So he needs.
Well, I don't know if, how good's your memory here, Moliere? So, do you remember when Moon Knight played against Nick Pine in a best of 11? And I think I casted it.
Yeah, I remember that.
He went.
Yeah, he was 5-0 or something.
He was 5-0 up, and Nick Pine came back and won it 6-5. Yeah, I'm glad you remember that. That's the great thing about co-casting with someone that's been around on the scene for a while, is that he remembers these sort of things.
Yeah, and I also have many other reasons to think that Moon Knight is a very big tilter, not only based on this.
Well, that is a fair point. He has his moments for sure.
But now, oh, that push could. How many quads AbduLLaH has? Because if he has too few, he could. Ah, it's more than enough.
Ooh, it was just a fake arms dealer, but he's got more than enough to deal with this. I think. Yeah, he is. These men are going to get shredded.
I think that was still a good attempt by Moon Knight because he was behind. He had to
do.
hope AbduLLaH was.
Yeah, he had to do something.
The quad.
Unfortunately for Moon Knight, the real arms dealer was not the one he got. So now it's just, I mean, AbduLLaH's on a 4 supplies here versus the 2 of Moon Knight. So he's trying to get a third up, but yeah, AbduLLaH's well ahead here.
Yeah, he's going for a 4th supply already.
Yeah.
That's good aggressive position.
It is. It's a palace being built as well. He's just that little bit quicker, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, since his first tech was more successful, to be fair, it's easy for him. He has at least been high the whole game.
Yeah.
Like
Agreed.
the last game, for sure, he played better from behind. But this game, he was at least in the lead from start to finish. So.
Yes, I totally agree with you there. Yeah, I think it's been pretty dominant. And actually, AbduLLaH might get himself to a 5th supply here now. And he's even got control of... I mean, he's got control of the entire map here, hasn't he? Really. It's dominant. This is dominant from him.
Yeah, he's looking on point here.
Very much so.
Did not let many openings for Moon Knight to come back.
I agree.
He was on point with the quad spam, and yeah, the second arms dealer was fast enough.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of quads. And I think he should at the very least now deny the worker trying to be cheeky. Yeah, it does get denied. He even just guns that down. He's got enough quads to just headbutt these things now.
So, what is gonna be the score after this game?
It's going to be 3-all. It's going to be level. TT attempt, but it's going to get found. Yeah. And that was Moon Knight's last attempt to get some work done, I think. He's probably seconds away from quitting here. Because he knows the situation. I mean, the entire map is basically controlled here by AbduLLaH. But no, okay, he's going to stay on for now. But yeah, he's so far behind. Palace is already up for AbduLLaH. Only just constructing now for Moon Knight. He looks good as the GLAs, doesn't he? AbduLLaH. He seems to like the GLA armies.
Yeah, he won every GLA game so far, so yeah.
Yeah. Engagement on the left. Actually, AbduLLaH thinks better of it. And why not? I mean, the last thing you want to do is give your opponent any chance of coming back into it. So yeah, no need. He hasn't got any need to push here. He's got a bus out now as well. So yeah, I think by the time that mixes in with the army, I think Moon Knight might even look at that and go, okay, he's even ahead of me on tech. So that'll be that.
Yeah, never mind. He controls the bottom oil, but he has not taken it yet.
Yeah, no, but he is taking the oil, the one at the top left, and he's also taking the one in his base. There is a demo trap which could potentially be very nice for Moon Knight.
Yeah, it's gonna take 10 of them to come back, but very nice nonetheless.
It is, summed up perfectly there. Yeah, very nice, but unfortunately he's gonna need more than just that. You're quite right. He's trying to counter-attack, but I think there's only so far. Oh, actually, demo trap.
Like demo traps.
Yeah.
Vanilla demo traps.
I mean, you don't expect to see demo traps in GLA or stealth games very often, do you? I mean, I certainly don't prepare for that type of thing anyway.
Yeah, no. I mean, on this map, especially. And when you are behind, it's for sure a good bait to try to cheat value with demo traps.
Yep, yeah.
When you are in the lead, not as much. But yeah, when behind, very good.
I completely agree, yeah. I can think of a couple of games where it saved me. You're not wrong there. Yeah, nicely done though. We're now at 3-all. So what started off looking like Moon Knight might race away with it, we've seen anything but that.
It's first to 5, right?
It is first to 5. Yes, it is. Best of 9, first to 5. Thank you, vodka, by the way.
Well, the matchup has been pretty balanced so far, but two kind of mirror. It's not the most entertaining, but
yes,
still good. At least it's balanced.
So it's what we have learned is that the GLA, very old school now. Okay, TD. Yeah, the GLA seem to be in favour of Abdullah, and the USA is very much in favour of Moon Knight. So we're now going to we're at a stage now where it's all going to come down to the matchup. I think it would be nice to see some sort of China mirror now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, China mirror is always entertaining.
I completely agree. Although, if it goes 4-4, then a China mirror on Dryland Desert is the decider. What? Ooh, infantry super. Interesting.
I hate that one.
So do I. Yeah, horrible matchup, this one.
I don't know if on TD it has been solved or not. I actually don't know the TD strat so well.
I mean,
but,
I'd say that SWG has a little bit more of a chance here, just because it's a little bit easier to defend your base, but it's still very tricky.
Yeah, and because there is so little eco on that map,
yeah,
with super weapon you can afford to win the game on even if you give up the middle, you have a chance. And while on most recent map, you should use bunker in and give 3 more supplies to opponent. Even if you have super weapon, you still get crushed. But yeah, on TD, bunkering is still more or less viable, I guess.
I mean, how are you opening here for your super weapon? I mean, you could even go double barracks, couldn't you?
Yeah, you need to refresh. I did not pick ups.
What's that? So, refresh, did you say? Yeah, there you go.
I forgot.
All done.
Honestly, I have no idea about build order. Whenever I have this matchup, I know I never win against it, so I at least cook and lose every time.
Well, I would lose a super weapon every time here, probably. It's just so tricky to get right. I mean, you can get you can defend the initial push, and then you ultimately, in doing so, allow your opponent to just take the entire map behind it. I mean, I guess there's less of a risk here.
On this map,
it's
you
doable.
have a chance even with 2 supply. Like with a broken Aurora, you may have a chance.
Yeah, you only need 2 supplies after all to get to alphas, so it is doable. But
the first supply is only like 20k, I think.
Yeah, the one on the left, the one on the top left or the bottom right, they're only about 15, 16k, I think, aren't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, a little bit on the tricky side.
Even if he has a middle supply, I don't know, with the Aurora there is a chance to play it late game. I think it's doable, but
yes, no, it's definitely doable.
Small.
It's
but I still don't think you are gonna see super weapon bunkering and win late game.
No, I'm probably inclined to agree. Moon Knight does have plenty of time to think about his build order here for this, which is good.
I think either super weapon is gonna get steamrolled pretty fast, either the Inf player will decide to go leaks, and then we will know what happened.
Yeah. I mean, certainly he can't. Well, he can't go greedy, can he? There's no such thing as going greedy here. You can't. I think if you're the super weapon, you can't go 2 supplies on an oil. That's just impossible. You got absolutely no chance.
Yeah. Unless the opponent go for leaks, lose it to an EMP or 4MD, like they like to do. So.
Yes.
But yeah, I think neither of them have the leaks driving license.
As in, he should have one, or he should. I mean, we've seen AbduLLaH's driving on Vlixes already, haven't we?
Yeah, this is why the best hope for super weapon is to hope the Inf feels like win leaks randomly and lose it miserably. This is what I will be hoping for as super weapon. This will be my win condition.
You reckon?
Yeah, mind control opponent into win leaks and messing up with it. But I mean, it's for sure winnable. I just can't play that.
No, agreed. Like say, in general, it's just tricky. It's always going to be trickier as a super weapon. This is kind of the way I view it: a free hit for Moon Knight. So what can he get done here?
It takes twice as much the effort to win as any USA except Air, I guess, against Inf.
Yeah.
And even if you play so well, you still are not that great of winnings anyway.
Exactly that. SWG here anyway in the bottom for Moon Knight in the red.
Yeah, and AbduLLaHSY is Inf top yellow going for a forward wax.
Yes, very nice. Forward barracks. So the question is, what will Moon Knight do? It looks like he's going to go double supply and then a war factory. Oh no, yeah, he's going to. Yeah, he will do that. He's going to go do some kind of drop. Oh, okay. That could possibly work. That's not a bad idea.
EMP drop. I mean, if AbduLLaHSY reacts properly, he should be able to stop the EMP drop.
Yes.
Very easily.
Yeah, I agree. All he has to do is cancel his war factory and rebuild. I mean, he doesn't even need to do that. Those 2 tank hunters will get there in time, for sure.
Yeah, unless he can maybe hide behind the scaffold, but that's...
I don't reckon so. I think the trouble is...
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
No. Yeah, he does now move it, but surely not. Don't tell me he's going to get that up. He might. He actually might get this up. Oh my god, he is. He does get it up. Wow.
Yeah,
he disables it. That's massive. That is massive. Wow. Okay. Fine margins here. Oh no! Oh no!
There is a minigunner going on the left. He has to stop it.
Ooh.
But he's floating a bit.
Oh, that's
the game.
That's a rookie. A rookie error. Rookie error.
Yeah. He was actually winning that.
He was, yeah. And now he's on 1 supply because he had to pull back his Chinooks.
I mean, he will deal with that easily, but
yeah.
But he has to play with a healthy Inf now.
Indeed. Although, no, yeah, a bit of a lack of minigunners. Although it looks like these Rangers will now get, sorted. And now that the blob comes forward, And this minigunner's just annoying more than anything.
Yeah, he was very slow to deal with it. It should have been cleared
a good 30 seconds ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's built an airfield. I'm not sure what he plans on doing with it just yet. And then we now have 2 outposts coming forward.
Definitely mixed, but yeah, he has I don't know if he has the echo to spam good unit on mix, definitely.
Agreed.
He does not really need the airfield, honestly, but...
No, they don't. Oh, it's actually a full V as well. Okay. Oh, it's actually a Licks that he went for, interestingly.
Licks can actually be good to have as supplies. It forces the V to move and chase it, and it's not easy to keep up.
Agreed, yeah. Ooh, he's gonna... Okay, he's gonna tidy it up.
One Knight does not have flashbang, so...
Nah, so we can't really do too much about this blob in his base. Yeah. But the Lix is pretty low. And he is getting drawn away. It's tricky.
Two trucks as well. Actually, Abdullah only has 2 trucks. So
Oh my god, look at this Lix.
Somehow can hold the push.
Look at the Lix. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think Moon Knight can win. He needs to hold the upcoming troop crawler, but if he does,
Yeah.
he is actually winning.
I agree, because it's just the one supply right now for AbduLLaHSY. He's so focused on trying to be aggressive that he's completely forgot about, well, everything else. He's got a truck now to try and crush these MDs, but Moon Knight's on it.
Yeah. If he had skipped the leaks, he will have so much ground units that
can you imagine?
Moon Knight will not have been able to.
Yeah, I think he went to go repair the Licks and then just seemed to forget that there was, well, MDs there. So yeah, a bit of an odd one. Big blob this now though. Very big blob. It's going to be very tough to hold this, I think.
Yeah, he has Wranglers inside the V's. He's probably torchlessing flashbang right now, so...
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Oh no, he still does not have it.
Still doesn't have it.
It's probably pure chasing.
But the targeting was really bad. Really bad targeting there. Oh, now he's got flashbangs. But yeah, the awful targeting from AbduLLaHSY there. He should have wiped that army in seconds. He just wasn't targeting the V's.
At least he's back on 4 trucks.
Yes.
Moon Knight only has 1 V, so...
It's kind of stabilized a little bit on both their parts, hasn't it? I mean, I'd say I think this is a good position for Moon Knight to be in, though. He's got his flashbangs now. He's on 4 Chinooks. He can slowly build up his numbers again. And AbduLLaHSY decided to go for a second war factory. I'm not sure about that. I think a prop is better here.
Yeah, AbduLLaHSY is sending a minigunner. I thought he was sending it to Moon Knight Oils, but now it's just chilling, guarding the...
Yeah, doing a random guard.
Yeah, the second war factory on 2 supply is very odd.
There are some funky things going on, that's for sure. Once again, AbduLLaHSY just focused on the aggression. There's a risk that he might get hunted soon, because there's 2 Vs on the right-hand side, and the Dozer's hardly in a safe position.
Yeah, I think Moon Knight is thinking about the oil.
Yeah.
The Hunters, cleanser mine.
Is he actually going to go capture building himself? Not yet, although he could have easily gotten one by now.
He has 2 racks, so he has to be going for the capture.
Agreed, yeah. Hunt complete. That is no prop then, unfortunately, for AbduLLaHSY. And a MiG's up, but the airfield is now camped.
Yeah, I think Moon Knight got it.
I think he has, yeah. I think I agree with you.
Yeah, it makes sense he's doing better with GLA, since unit preservation is not as important with that army.
Agreed, yeah. Yeah, this is now very powerful. The airfield's going to go down, so no MiGs at all to worry about now. That's just
the Vet 2V is going to be obnoxious.
Yeah, it's a really nice feeling.
They're going to get Vet 3 on the trucks, because they are not on the future patch yet.
Oh, there's a Vet 3. Yeah, wow, okay. Vet 3V. I think you're right. I think he's got this. And the push on the right-hand side of Moon Knight's base got completely stomped then. So yeah, this is over.
Yeah, Moon Knight is going for airfield. At this point, he's a bit greedy, if anything. But
I think he needs to get search and destroy before an airfield, right?
Yeah, like maybe he could build a Raptor for the hunt, but he already has the hunt, so...
Well, exactly that. So yeah, it makes more sense at this stage to just get your S&D up, surely.
I mean, I guess the Raptor can somewhat work against the outpost spam, since he can only spam outpost now, but it's not as efficient as Laserlock and maybe a Firebase or 2, I think.
Yeah, perhaps. But there's now more Vs coming down the middle. I think they should be able to pick off the power at the very least, and if you pick off the power, that's really nice.
Yeah, the airfield is for the viewers.
Yeah. Barracks is going to get picked off. Very nice. Playing this cautiously, which I like. Loads of flashbangs in them. Very, very nice.
He is very close to sniper.
He is indeed very close to snipers. Wouldn't mind seeing some drones here. There's a lack of spy drones coming out of Moon Knight here. a little bit lazy from him.
Yeah, 6 now.
Oh, now there we go. There's the drones. I think he can he's almost at the point where he can just A-move this and it just probably wouldn't matter. But I don't blame him for trying to micro still. He's now 3-star. We know what that means. GG. Yeah. Very well played.
We did not see a Raptor. I'm disappointed.
You wanted to see the Raptor. No, unfortunately
We
not.
saw the airfield, but he teased us for nothing.
Yeah. Well, that's a big win for Moon Knight. It's now, I would say, we've now in a position where it's his set to lose again. Oh.
Yeah, so if he wins next, the set is over, right?
Yep, that's it. He's a match point for him. But if he loses this, then we see a China Mirror decider. But you're expecting the Infantry to win here, realistically. There was a couple of... the point where I think Abdullah lost that game was the engagement in Moon Knight's space. He just didn't target at all. And
since Abdullah seems a bit lacking with the micro, and it takes excellent micro to win that matchup.
Yes, I agree. It's... clearly maybe he's a bit more of a macro player. Those GLA games just seem to suit him a little bit better. So yeah, let's see how he gets on the reverse then. He has to win, otherwise he is out of the Semi-World Series.
It's okay. Moon Knight will go for a leaks and waste it. That's his plan.
I think you might be right. Abdullah is going to be in the bottom here as the SWG in gold.
And Moon Knight on the top with Infantry as well.
Okay, let's see. Is he going to do it? I think you're right. Do you know what's quite...
Could be a troop color tank counter watch as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's also really, really powerful. It's quite funny, actually. So we have this sort of... Xgal always used to have this term from back in the day for China supplies. He'd call it a Wraith supply, as in because he'd build them so far away from the supply dock. But in this set so far, his supplies have actually been pretty good. So... I think years of criticism has probably taught him the way forward.
No, now we have the Moon Knight box.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a troop color rush.
It's the troop caller rush, and I fear for Abdullah here.
He has a War Factory against this. I mean, he needs to get a super clutch Lambo, but Moon Knight can hide the tank counter in the building. But he's not positioning them close to the building, so the Lambo could clutch and clear everything.
It could.
But that's still hard to do.
It's going to be really tough. I mean, this is a proper all-in. This is from Moon Knight. It is a proper all-in because there's a troop caller behind this as well. Firebase is kind of nice. I don't think it'll...
He went for a V, so I think he cannot even try to crash with a V.
No. But okay, no, I'll tell you what. That Firebase is pretty nice. Ooh, wow.
He's on one supply, so...
Wow. Okay. This is a good start for Abdullah. Really good start.
We're going for the China Mirror, maybe.
Well, we might be, yeah, judging by what I'm seeing so far. This suddenly looking pretty good for Abdullah. I mean, that Firebase was huge. It getting up just is kind of done it for him, but he needs to be careful with his Vs. That is such a shame. He might have just lost it with that micro.
Yeah, I don't... Did he misclick on a building again? I don't know how he could be watching something else.
That's a real shame. And now I think it's going to be Moon Knight's game. I really do. I think there was a window where it looked like he couldn't lose it, and now it's the other way around.
Yeah, he had cleared all the tank counters, so the vehicle actually kites.
He did, yeah. You could potentially pick off the... Yeah, the ambulance is going for the crush, which is nice. And now he's just left with the one tank. But there's another outpost coming in here. Yeah, his production's camped. He's trying to get the crush, but you can't crush minigunners with the Vs. It's not... with anything, it's just not possible. I mean, they're very... As it is, they're very difficult to crush. Yeah, he's got it. It's GG's. GG's well played. Yeah, really good set.
The last matchup was a bit... I mean... We saw a super weapon win, so I guess that was good.
You are right about that. But I think in that game just there, he put himself in a position where he was really, really looking good, and then that one missed micro with the Vs has cost him.
Yes, I mean that has been what cost him the most, the wall set. But his build order were not too bad.
No, I agree. The build order's fine.
But just a lot of unit wasting.
I think he could have potentially skipped the barracks if he just had a couple more and maybe got a V or two more out as well. That might have also made a difference. But and then, or even if you get a Hellfire drone to crack open the troop crawler, little things like that. But you know, nice try. It's a tough matchup, and he nearly pulled it off.
Yeah. Well, I will leave now.
Yeah,
so
no, I was actually going to say, I was just going to wrap up. So yes, in part of doing that, thank you very much for joining me. That was actually quite enjoyable. Nice to have a co-caster again. And yeah, we'll have to do it again sometime.
Thank you for having me, and have a nice evening.
Most welcome. And you, mate. Take care.
Yeah, see you.
Bye-bye. Right, so yeah, GG's well played to both players. Hard luck for Abdullah there, but well played, Moon Knight. Congrats to him. Let's update the scoreboard, actually, just to finalise things. Yeah, it takes a 5-3 victory there. And we will see Moon Knight in round 4. He is going to be up against, let me have a quick look, either Ghost or Black Lotus. Okay. Don't know too much about either player, actually, so maybe he has a chance of getting through, actually, to round 5 even. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, guys. GG's well played. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Apologies, I was a little bit slow on the chat, but it's good to see that the chat looked very lively tonight, which is always nice to see. I'll try and be more active next time, but my my multitasking can only manage so much. I can either talk and watch, or I can occasionally keep eye on chat and watch. I can't do it all. So, yeah, apologies for that. But yeah, GG's well played. I'm not sure when my next stream is. Hopefully it'll be very soon. You're most welcome, by the way, Tees, and everyone else. But yeah, until next time, guys. See you all. Have a good evening, and yeah, till next time. Take care.